It's my first night here. Got a couple of large rocks right there, and then another one way up there. Not sure if you can be able to see it or not. But the trail is all the way up at the top of the hill. And I hiked down here. I knew this site was here. This is the site I wanted. It was the first choice. And I had a couple others that were a little farther down. Water boiling right now. I'm trying to make myself some dinner. It's a nice stream in the back here. A few waterfalls, plenty of fresh water. And there's my tent back over there. It's a real small tent. It's a single person tent. Plenty of room in there for me and my backpack if need be. Nice little spot. You can hear the water. I'm real happy with the site. It's nice and clean. I only seen one person as I was hiking in. So I did not get as much done as I had hoped. I had only hiked in about maybe a mile, a little over a mile. I took a fall. My bag was a little too heavy for me. Had my tripod in one hand, I had a small bag in my other hand. Threw me off balance. All things I know not to do. It's been a while since I've done anything like this. But yeah, I took quite a fall. Tomorrow I'll show you where it was. My entire body was actually airborne for a moment. Like I literally did a flip in the air before I hit the ground. Not a flip. Pretty much, yeah, it was a flip. It was bad. My daughters are gonna be here tomorrow. I'm gonna hike back out to the car, and I got a first aid kit in there, and I have another small pouch. It's most of my food, so I gotta get up there. My main primary first aid kit is in the car. I repacked my bag like 5 or 6 times, just trying to get it smaller and smaller and lighter. I used to carry a smaller first aid kit with me. There was a bunch of stuff I used to carry when I was young that I never used. Never used any of this stuff. Some of these things I wish I would have right now, though. It's funny. Very first time I don't bring them, I need them. But yeah, tomorrow, hike out of here, take care of my knee, meet my daughters. This camping trip's actually for their dog, Foxxy. It's probably one of her last real camping trips. She's getting old. So yeah, that's pretty much what this was about, was getting Foxxy out here one last time, all of us. Didn't get as much done as I would have liked to. I know we got some rain this week. I wanted to get a small tarp over my tent and a small little lean-to tarp over here too today, because it might rain tomorrow and definitely the next 2 days after that. Try to get some nice shots in the rain. I'm still gonna get some shots of scenery, and you know, I'm not gonna be as mobile as I had thought and hoped. I actually took probably a 4-hour nap, which is funny because I used to pick up my daughter because she would always take a nap as soon as we hiked in somewhere. I did the same thing today, set my tent up, took a nap. So yeah, I'm just gonna relax, get something to eat, probably crawl back into the tent. I'll enjoy the fire for a little while, and then tomorrow I'll try to get some shots and stuff. Let's go down. Ooh. Foxy. Right up here is where my daughter and her wife are camping. The interesting thing about this site for me is the very first backpacking trip my daughter and I went on. This was our site many years ago. And now she came back here with her wife. When they came here, this ridgepole was already set up. So they just added a tarp. I'm jealous of all the firewood they have. They've been busy. Especially considering they got here yesterday. And this is Foxy's tent back here. She does not mind sleeping by herself. She prefers it. Same kind of tent I'm using on this trip. But for that little pup, that's a lot of space for her, huh? They do stick their packs in there too. She sleeps right on top of them. It's part of her bed. Keeps their packs dry. It's a nice site, nice big clearing. It's a safe spot too. So if you look up, there's not many hazards up there. Look at you guys go. So at this point, I am well over a mile in, but my bag is just so overweight and oversized for me that my knees started to give out. I've taken quite a few breaks already by the time I got to this point, more than I normally would have in the past. But I wasn't taking them because I was really tired. It was my knees. I was thinking I might even just set some of my gear off to the side and come back for it, but I did want to get a little closer, try to get a little closer to my camp. I've had bags that heavy before, for sure, even heavier. And yeah, it was tough on my back and I was exhausted. But this was different. This was my knees. I'm thinking this is me getting a little older. The ground's unlevel, you know, and I come up here, I'm going to show you right now, I'm like, all of this, it's real unlevel. It's fine right now, I don't got the pack on. It's real fine right now, but when I had that pack on, it was tough. So, right here. I came over here, and I'm familiar with this spot. I come down here, it's pretty steep. I come down here slow, expecting to stop somewhere. That was the plan. And I came down here, which it's really beautiful here. Oh, I got the wrong angle. I have other clips. But I came down here, and I could have stopped up here if I wanted to. I was not going that fast. And I came right up to here, going real slow. I mean, I was in total control at this right now. It's in total control right here. It was this, at this point, where I ran into a problem. So when I came up here, I could have stopped. But I did. And then this rock here, I didn't want to step on it. I wasn't going real fast. It wasn't even a brisk walk. And what I thought I was going to do was walk right here. And then stop here and continue down. That was the plan. But I picked up a little bit more speed than I thought because of the bag. It kind of pushed me just a little. I still could have stopped though, but I put my foot right here. There's a rock right here. And I did not see it. Might have been covered with leaves, but I didn't even see it. And my foot, when I came down, it just like slid off of it, and my knee gave out. And I tried to bring my other leg up to stop me, and I ended up sliding down this, but this is where I lost control. That rock right there. And pretty much, after my foot twisted, and I had to bring this one down, I really didn't, I was already out here so far with my leg. What I was unaware of is my oversized, overweight backpack already had me out of control. And when I went over here and I was gonna try to put a foot down, somehow the bag just spun me. I was in the air, like my whole body was in the air, and I like spun around, but I came down right about here. I just kind of spun all the way around, and when I came down, I was extremely lucky because I was out of control. I didn't do it intentionally, but my legs were spread. And my knees came down on both sides of this rock. But it's still pretty hard here. This is the knee that I hurt, that hit here. Now I came down with that big heavy pack on me. Right now, without my pack, my body already wants to go forward. I thought I was done with the fall. I was here. It happened so fast, but basically, you know, it just happened so fast. I know that I went like this, and then my shoulder just kind of fell. My feet were above my head. I ended up being right here, looking up. My feet were here. Another rock, look at that. Another rock, but I was right here. My backpack underneath me. I had to unbuckle my backpack and everything just so I could get up. And at that point, I know I'm only maybe a quarter mile from my campsite. And I was afraid my knee was going to seize up. So I just got up, I checked myself up, I sat here for just a few minutes to get my thoughts, and so I sat here for a few minutes, thought about what the game plan would be, and I decided to push through as the camp was closer than the car. But this is the terrain. It's pretty steep. I don't know if it's going to show up very well in the camera, but this is pretty steep terrain right here. And it's like this for quite a while. Luckily, most of the way to my camp from this point, like probably 80% of it, is downhill, which is good in a way, but also that's where I think the most of the pressure was getting put on my knees, were when I was going downhill.